Center for Humanitarian Dialogue, HD, is a Swiss private diplomacy organization based on the principles of humanity, impartiality, neutrality, and independence. For over 20 years, HD has contributed to the signing of peace agreements all over the world. In 2020 alone, HD supported or conducted more than 40 mediation and dialogue processes in Francophone Africa, encompassing 9 states, 30 armed groups, and over 10,000 community representatives, including more than 4,000 women and youth. These peacemaking efforts were carried out at all levels of conflicts in Africa, covering states and armed opposition groups, communities and self-defense militia, and farmers and herders alike. At the national level, HD supported 4 peace processes, mediating the implementation of official peace agreements in Mali and Central Africa Republic by establishing pre-talks in Senegal and together with the Swiss government in Cameroon. HD also advised on transitional justice processes in Niger and CAR, an essential element of reconciliation and non-repetition of armed conflicts. At the local level, HD mediated 6 additional local conflicts, bringing the number up to 29 local peace agreements brokered by HD since 2015, covering Mali, Niger, Togo, Burkina Faso, and CAR. HD's agro-pastoral mediation has led to over 400 agreements addressing conflicts for access to pastures, water, and transhumance corridors. These were brokered by HD's network of 2,045 local mediators spread across 130 municipals along the cattle migration routes from Mauritania to CAR. Since 2014, 700 micro-conflicts have been resolved by HD's agro-pastoral mediation program, allowing for the return of over 10,000 stolen animals, one of the major causes of violence across the continent. HD also facilitated humanitarian action through a unilateral COVID-19 ceasefire by a pro-independence armed group in Cameroon, while also facilitating the adoption of 7 declarations of solidarity to combat the pandemic by armed groups in Casamance and CAR. HD also mediated access for 8 vaccination campaigns, which reached 520,000 people. With the help of our mediation and dialogue networks, HD disseminated key COVID-19 messages in 25 languages through more than 3,000 community representatives, reaching close to 50,000 people in the Sahel, CAR, and Senegal. Radio episodes were also broadcasted by 44 Sahel radio stations, while the use of social media platforms by HD's youth networks broadened the reach of COVID-19 prevention initiatives. HD continues to promote dialogue and consultations in order to build consensus and foster inclusivity around peacemaking processes. In 2020, both governments and communities in Mali and Burkina Faso began developing a shared vision of stabilisation efforts and their implementation. HD has also continued to support an inter- and intra-religious dialogue in Mali and youth dialogue in the Sahel. Looking beyond their immediate impact and with the continued support of communities, states, and donors, HD's mediation and dialogue processes demonstrate that inclusive peacemaking is possible, transforming mediation as a vehicle for systemic governance reforms in Francophone Africa.